Okay, this is just a quick section on common styles of negative self-talk and how we use them. And I guess we could start by saying that self-talk is really an everyday part of life. As we go through situations, we're always talking ourselves through them. And it's often the context of this self-talk that can affect these experiences either positively or negatively. And that in turn can also affect the physical, emotional, and behavioral responses that will follow. So life can sometimes be quite hard, it can be difficult, it can be challenging. And it's often the way people think that can turn something quite small into something much larger than it actually needs to be. And using this negative self-talk can often make us quite miserable or miserable to be around. The first of these is negativizing, and that is where we filter out the positive aspects of a situation and focus only on the negative ones. Awfulizing, turning a difficult or unsatisfactory event into something awful, terrible, or intolerable. Catastrophizing, expecting that the worst is almost certainly going to happen. Overgeneralizing, which is where we generalize from a single event or piece of information to all or most of such things. Minimizing, diminishing the value or importance of something to less than it actually is. Blaming, attributing responsibility for events, especially negative ones, to someone else, especially when the responsibility of these events rightfully belongs to self. Perfectionism, setting impossible standards for self, others, and or both. Masturbation, demanding that events must turn out the way I want them to, otherwise inevitably I'm going to be very upset or unhappy. Personalizing, which is believing that others' behaviors and feelings are entirely caused by self. Judging human worth, evaluating the total worth or self of others on the basis of traits and behavior. Control fallacy, the belief that happiness depends on cajoling or coercing other people into behaving or being the way that I think they should. Polarized thinking, thinking things are black and white, right or wrong, that there's no middle ground or room for gray areas. Being right, I'm continually on trial to prove that my opinions and actions are correct. Being wrong is unthinkable, and so therefore I must go to any length to demonstrate my rightness. Fallacy of fairness, feeling resentful because the world does not conform to my sense of what is fair. Shoulding, constant imposition of shoulds and woulds on self or others or both.